here we go. We're here. We're watching Saitama versus Popeye, which is insane. I've never seen anything Popeye since I was a little kid, a long time ago. So, yeah. And I know he's ridiculously powerful too. And man, anime versus cartoon. This is about to be crazy. Okay. Oh man. All right. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, play. I have no idea. This is gonna be one of those ones I have to wait and see because I don't know. I have no idea.
Saitama, the One Punch Man.
Okay.
The Sailor Man. East versus West.
Yep.
Old versus new.
My goodness.
Versus basic exercise. These two warriors may seem ridiculous, but their unassuming exteriors belie impossible strength.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is a new animated Popeye movie or show?
A death battle.
Okay.
Life
Popeye came back?
Brutal and short. The challenges we face during our brief sojourn on this tiny marble are what make us human. They light a fire in our soul. They make it all worth something. Without them, we are lost.
It's a little early in the day for an existential crisis, but luckily I came prepared.
For this failed salaryman, all it took to get that fiery passion back was to save this butt-chin child from a crab monster in underwear. That was a sentence.
This man was Saitama, and he was going to be
Rangers.
a superhero.
And so he trained, pushing his body beyond its limits and shattering the boundaries of humanity.
So hard, his freaking hair fell out.
Saitama's strength grew exponentially day by day, with the goal of becoming the greatest hero who ever lived.
And much to his horror, that's exactly what he got.
All it took was one punch. He became
Would that suck?
Too strong. He
Being
became
too
the
strong.
one, the only, the infamous Caped Baldy.
But
Yep.
anyone who's cool knows him as One Punch Man. As in, he can't help but beat almost every opponent he's faced in exactly one punch. One friggin' punch. And this is a universe with some pretty whacked out monsters. Like a giant who's over a quarter of a kilometer tall.
Episode
and can
1.
stomp city-sized craters into the earth.
Or an Esper who can effortlessly
5'9",
blow giant
150.
meteors from outer space.
Or a monster king who shaved off a continent from the Earth's surface and lifted it into the stratosphere. And Saitama's never even broken so much as a sweat fighting any of them.
During their
My
battle,
God.
that same Monster King absorbed this huge chunk of the Earth's core and fired it at Saitama.
Blocked it by squirt gunning some lava at it. The lava he was
Really?
breathing in, naked.
Whoa, that's what he
Then
did?
punched him. Surprise.
Saitama's created after images just by hopping side to
Mhm.
side, defeated a martial arts master but and survived the inhospitable vacuum of space after being kicked all the way to the moon and before jumping back to Earth in about 16 seconds. That's 8% the speed of light.
Kinda like the time he blocked attack with his
Oh,
hand.
man, let's
Standing
go.
to move near light speed, or punch so fast his fist starts to pollution. You know, that thing that happens when you approach the speed of light?
Saitama utilizes his absurdly superhuman strength and speed.
My
with techniques like
God.
his devastating
That is so true though.
and if he
Oh my
wants to amp
God.
it up, the consecutive normal punches.
And then there's serious punching.
Those are his
Yeah,
attack
that's,
names? What kind of self-respecting anime protagonist is he?
Plain and simple, he's a satire of one. Instead
Yeah.
of seeing his journey from the beginning and enjoying his struggle to the top, we join him when he's already there.
yeah.
Basically, imagine if Goku went Super Saiyan in his fight against Jackie Chun. Kinda sucks all the drama out of it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
But it's
Far
awesome.
from the power
That's
fantasy
why.
the genre is known for.
Oh, man.
Saitama's life became an existential nightmare. Without suitable conflict, the struggle that had heretofore defined him became
Like I've had this discussion with my brother many times. Being really overpowered in our world would be kind of boring because there's nothing to do with that. There's no enemies and nothing. You just gotta wait for crazy disasters to even be able to do something.
This guy's training must have been insane.
You gotta consistently be at a 1 or a 2 when you can get to shoot 100 when you need to, but you can never use that. That would suck.
You've got to be shitting me.
It doesn't make sense because it's not allowed to make sense.
It is not supposed to make
be
sense
fair,
at all.
though, to someone who isn't already a trained soldier or athlete, keeping that workout routine every day for years is pretty much impossible.
100 push-ups and sit-ups are technically doable, especially if you space them out. Doing 100 squats and then running half a marathon every single day
No wonder he's
would
ridiculous.
absolutely destroy your legs.
Every day is nuts.
Effective workouts involve shredding muscle fibers at the micro level, then allowing them to repair themselves more
But
durably.
every day that would
This
be
repair process requires hydration, consuming protein and carbohydrates, and lots of sleep.
But Saitama's workout schedule doesn't give them time to repair.
There's none of that, no
Which means
repair.
he was basically just ripping himself to shreds over and over and over. After a few days, he shouldn't even have been able to move, but he just kept going.
There might be an explanation. Take
Oh.
the brilliant scientist Dr. Genus.
What's the
whose
explanation? What do you got?
research into evolution Saitama erased in, well, one punch. According to Genus's hypothesis, Saitama's training broke his limiter.
Basically, every living thing on Earth
Has a
limit
limiter,
to their natural
yeah.
abilities. At some point, no matter how
He
badass
destroyed
they
it,
are,
so
they'll
then
plateau.
he went beyond
Wait
it.
a minute. Have I peaked? I gotta go to the gym.
Well, Saitama trained so hard, he literally defied the laws of nature and reality. He just breaks the
He
logic
breaks-
of his world.
he breaks
crushed the entire field of evolutionary biology
He
with the
destroyed it.
palm of his
I love that.
And while he has stated that his strength did eventually stop growing, it's pretty clear he's never gotten close to showing it off.
Yeah, he hasn't shown it
He
off.
fought the godlike alien conqueror Lord Boros, and
Yeah.
finally broke out his serious punch. A blow where
Yeah,
he
serious punch, but I don't feel like that was the max power serious punch though.
And reflected Boros's
You know what I mean?
collapsing
I feel like that was
stone
maybe at a 5,
an energy blast that was
a 5 maybe,
friggin' planet.
or 4 of a serious. What happens when he punches at 10 though?
World's strongest nukes going off at once.
He could destroy a planet. I can tell. I bet he could destroy a planet with a punch if he wanted
Were
to.
never officially recognized, as if no one in their right mind.
I say he could do that
believe a
easily.
Psych ward Charlie Brown
If he
could save
truly
the
wanted to
world.
punch.
He doesn't seem to mind. Almost as if being removed from anything resembling
Genos.
conflict gave him a perspective on how tropey and contrived his world is. Only Saitama's the only one in on the joke, because who cares about how far up their own ass a supervillain is when you can just chill at home with your buds and play video games?
Maybe
Yep.
that was the real lesson all along. Not to value our lives based on our accomplishments, but on the time we spend living and enjoying life's simple pleasures.
I'll leave that to
I love that
Saitama.
shot
I
when
can't
that
think of
transition they
anything
do.
more pleasurable than
Just
punching
show
so
how
hard
he-
my name becomes
yeah.
a byword for
That's what happens though,
literally
right?
Unbeatable. The dude is the undisputed king of broken
Indestructible.
anime characters. Because until Saitama finds his
Can't be
equal,
moved,
he's gonna
can't
end
be
all his
stopped.
life in one punch.
No match. Now Popeye is something I need to learn about a lot about. Come on.
Hero, adventurer, sailor.
I haven't watched the cartoon in so long, so
Man, he sounds like he smokes a pack of Marlboro Factories
yeah,
every day.
his voice
And,
is.
if you ever wanted to know what angry cat sex sounds like, he can sing.
What?
How exactly do you know? Never mind.
Oh,
Popeye's
man.
origins are humble. Born to the cruelly named.
Because back in the day, things were wacky, man. I don't see what he was doing that wacky.
Horrifically ugly. So ugly, his father fled in embarrassment of his spawn and never returned.
So Popeye
Dang.
grew up with a chip on his shoulder and a
That's
pop in his
sad.
eye, especially after discovering his higher calling, beating the snot out of people.
Don't worry, Popeye's fists are righteous, only spilling the snot of those who deserve it.
Okay.
Inspired by his adopted father, Whaler Joe, Popeye set out to put his combat prowess to the test and join the Navy, becoming a true sailor man.
It was there he learned the sweet science of boxing and to battle against World War II era racial stereotypes. I'm being non-specific, not just for sensitivity, but because there are so many examples.
Yeah.
Originating in the era of rubber hose animation,
Back in the day,
Popeye's body is
yeah.
essentially made of, well, rubber. Able
Yeah.
to stretch, twist, squish, and squash any way he likes.
Or rev up his
So
arm
he's
for a punch
okay.
you around the planet.
Popeye's punches
All right.
are fascinating since they can disincorporate their targets into composite elements, like turning anchors into fishhooks and alligators.
Like
into
I started
handbags.
watching
Several
One
Native
Piece.
Americans
I've never watched it, and I'm around episode. I'm around the part like episode 30 something, with like the shark gang and everything.
Shoot fire from his corncob pipe,
You know?
pull a canyon closed, punch
And the
bolts
elastic
like
powers and
air,
everything.
and even give the sun
it's such a cool thing. But back in the day, a lot of characters could do this, huh?
Earth, as well as the time it took for the high striker puck to reach it, the puck must have been
Here we go.
500 times the speed of light. In order
Yeah,
to generate that
let's
force,
go.
Popeye must have swung his fist just as fast. Hell, he's even shadowboxed so fast he somehow occupied 2 places at once and hit himself.
So, was he just born this way? Is being ugly
He
the
could
secret
he
to
could be
pulling
2
insane
places at
bullshit
once.
Superpowers out of your ass?
Just do
Because if
whatever.
so,
Especially at the time with Superman too. Superman was crazy too back in the day. Before they decided to limit him and like, yeah, he's still OP, but they're like, you know what, we can't have
I knew you'd
we can't have
find a way
that.
to make it lame.
Specifically, Popeye
Took a long time,
spent
though,
his
but
life consuming a miracle herb that has turned
Superman
him
could be
from a
handled, I
sailor
guess,
into
now.
a veritable god. Spinach.
Oh, the whole spinach thing.
Propaganda
Yep,
straight from the
spinach.
bean counters at Big Vegetable.
Oh
You'll
yeah,
never
spinach.
catch me eating my
Oh,
brains,
spinach.
damn you. It's only animal flesh and
I remember my
great
parents used to use that,
alcohol for
you know, because I used to love watching
Originated
Popeye,
in
and then
Persia,
they the whole
Spinacia
spinach thing.
oleracea
Yep.
is a leafy green nutrient and antioxidant-rich vegetable that can help prevent cancer and reduce blood pressure.
And apparently imbue your biceps with the power of God and anime.
While a normal can of spinach contains about 44 calories, when used in Popeye's world, its effects are multiplied. Not only does it immediately increase Popeye's already impressive strength and speed even further, it makes him virtually impervious to harm.
Indestructible when he eats
Turn
spinach.
invisible, shapeshift his body into literally
He gains
anything,
magic.
and survive the universe getting turned off. That's right. This big whatever the hell that thing is apparently God, and he turned off
The
reality
big guy.
in order to kill Popeye and his friends.
But it
Why
didn't
not?
work?
Except guess what? Popeye was fine. Why? Because he eats his spinach.
I wonder what its
I
nutritional
eat
content is like. Let's find out with math.
Oh.
A single can of spinach
Okay.
in Popeye's world was once able to grow a beanstalk so tall it reached into outer space, all the way to a nearby solar system, and shattered this stylized yellow star. By measuring the volume of this spinach stalk and including the caloric density of regular spinach, we can calculate one single can of Popeye spinach contains over 46 undecillion calories. That's over 700 octillion times
Oh.
greater than the total calories the average person will consume over their entire life.
That's over 46 million Yoda tons of TNT.
Wow.
Enough to destroy, well, a star. Or enough to punch your annoying neighbor
Oh
so hard
yes.
that when
I
they
want to
land,
see what they do with him in this
the
fight.
Earth.
By measuring the angle of the planet after tilting, we can determine.
Oh man, have they done Aurelie?
About 13 degrees
Have they done
less
have
than
they done
a
her?
second. That's a
I hope
speed
I
of
want them to do her too.
meters per second.
Put her up against somebody.
Is that enough to power a
We're doing these
rocket
characters.
ship?
Go ahead. She has to get some love too, man. I want to see. Or I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the list to see if they
What
have.
type of herb that'll take you through time. Whatever kind of spinach it is, it sure ain't normal.
Not true. Popeye doesn't consume some special magical spinach. Any kind will do.
Any
Even if
spinach
it's
does that to
handed
him.
to him by the audience in the real world watching his cartoon.
He can summon cans to his side by whistling for them, praying to gods,
Cool.
painting them into reality.
So as long as it's
Just
spinach,
making
it's
it
fine.
real. The
Any
dude
spinach.
literally
It's not
been
special.
disintegrated into
He's
nothingness.
special.
Then his nothingness grabbed a spinach can out of nowhere and ate it. Nothing ate it. His nothing. And then he came back with his I don't know.
He can even punch so hard he tears the film strip he's being animated on, or exit his cartoon to beat the shit out
He's
of
a fourth.
some
He's a
enemy.
fourth
So
wall
Popeye
breaker too.
basically fought 2 different versions of God and whooped their asses. You know, he's a pretty chill broski considering he's
I remember that.
basically a spinach-eating Lovecraftian
Wow.
nightmare.
But he's always down for a scrap. So if you decide
You
to
turn to an
antagonize
octopus?
him, be aware you're messing with one of cartoon's all-time
Yeah.
heavyweight champions. And
Cool.
for your own sake, eat your fucking vegetables.
Not that at all. Oh yeah, getting some.
Scrap's always so expensive. Yeah, no thanks. Whatever.
Yeah. But the thing is, will it be a tie? Could they do that? They could do that if they wanted to. They're both ridiculous, so this is gonna keep going. Will this keep going forever? Oh.
Overwhelming strength is so boring.
Well. Get up. Get up. Let's go. Whoever's doing his voice, I love it. Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god, it turned into a video game. Okay, I love it. This is nuts. That's the thing. I'm thinking I'll pick Popeye, but both it's not gonna stop. Yeah. What is he doing? That's different. What the frick? Saitama? They just keep changing animation. I love it. Yeah. Because they can. I like that look though. I like that look Popeye got though. Real mean. That was awesome. That was so deep and guttural too. Yeah. Yep. And that's the thing. It has to be somebody like him to be able to give Saitama something. But there's something that he could do that Saitama can't though. That fourth wall thing is pretty intense. I wonder if that's gonna come into play. A real fight. This is it. This is it. Jump off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How about both of you just destroy the universe and just walk away, or just keep fighting forever? I chose right. I think. That fourth wall thing is pretty intense too, though. Huh? Eggs? Why?
He took a big gamble, but now he is scrambled. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Oh, so good. I haven't seen Popeye in so long. They actually have a new show or movie. I hope it's a show.
It is.
True, but
more nuanced than that.
yeah.
Despite breaking his limiter, Saitama's strength isn't limitless.
Yeah, he's not.
himself.
He's not limitless at all.
Meant his potential strength was likely infinite, but there's nothing left in his world powerful enough to push him to
Yeah.
get stronger, like a bodybuilder stuck with
He's
5-pound
beyond.
dumbbells.
He's
He
beyond
also doesn't
everything. So
possess
there's
some
nothing.
magical ability to kill someone in one punch, regardless of effort.
Mhm.
Powerful adversaries like Boros and Garo
They've
have
actually survived,
his blows
yeah.
repeatedly, albeit briefly. And he's never met anyone quite like Popeye the Sailor Man.
Popeye
According to
is.
the mangaka, One Punch Man's gag is that Saitama is an anime protagonist at the end of his series, slapped in at the beginning of his series, where he's too strong to have a challenge.
So, if we know Saitama's strength does
Oh,
have a limit,
true.
We know he can deflect
UI
blows from
Goku
destroying blast, but he was
in the
clearly
beginning of
super
Dragon Ball
casual
Z.
about it. He may have called it his serious punch, but that's the joke. He's
Wow.
only now getting kind of serious.
That would be
In order
terrible.
to get as generous a number as possible, let's assume Saitama was exerting
God, that's
the
such an
least
interesting
amount of
thing. I
effort
never
he
thought about it
could
like
to
that.
throw punch.
It is true.
Since
He's
still
basically had his-
technically a human, we can assume the
He's
ratio
basically,
between
yeah,
the
Super
least amount of
Goku
effort
versus,
possible
like,
and the most is
versus what?
relatively consistent
First
with other
one,
humans.
Frieza?
Let's just say he burned the equivalent
Namek?
of only 1 calorie
Ugh,
relative to the
that'd be bad.
strongest punch ever recorded, which was over 1,000 joules. For reference, the
It's
average
true.
person burns about 1 calorie a
I'm
minute
thinking about
doing
that in
absolutely
that way.
nothing.
So basically, you wouldn't
this
get
is
any
assuming
development
Saitama
or
is
even like the
literally as
rivalry between the
casual as
characters
physically
because he
possible.
just
That'd
destroys
make
them
his
so
strongest
fast.
punch
There's no
about
build up
200
for the
times
rivalry to
greater than
happen.
his weakest.
I'm thinking of all the characters that Saitama actually destroyed. Had he basically started and fight them in the beginning of his career instead of at the end, it could have been pretty interesting.
Well, that's
Him
impressive,
having to
but
constantly
still
come
far
back
less
and
than
actually fight them
Popeye's
and get stronger.
star-busting
But
power,
that's
which was
that's
millions
typical
of
stuff
times
though. We've
greater.
already seen.
Sure,
It's
this is
interesting the way
only
they
an
did it though.
estimate. We don't know
That he's
Saitama's
already
full strength
ridiculous
exactly.
already.
But the point is,
He just needs
whatever
he
it
just
may
needs
be,
something new.
It can be measured.
That's right, but trying to compare them with just numbers isn't the
Yeah.
whole story.
While Saitama can break his world fairly easily,
Yeah.
it's still a semi-realistic world that generally obeys the laws of physics.
Yeah.
Popeye in his world,
Popeye
on the
doesn't
other
obey
hand,
nothing.
can't really be measured at all. The dude's occupied 2 places at the same
It's
time,
magic. It's
ripped
just
the
magic.
film strip he's animated on,
It's just
and knocked out the
early
guy drawing
cartoons.
him.
It's just-
Can't do math to figure that out. Popeye is
It's
just
whatever
on a
needs
whole
to be
other
done.
level of bullshit.
Even
make
if
it epic.
Saitama was strong enough to kill Popeye in 1 punch, Popeye has survived being fully disintegrated, only to recover good as new. Hell, God turned off all of reality and Popeye just ignored it.
And on the flip side, there was nothing stopping Popeye from just turning Saitama into a bunch of eggs, which he can do without spinach. So even if Popeye was weaker, he'd still have a way to finish the job in
God,
one
that's
punch.
so cool.
Saitama
Popeye's
was
awesome,
easily
man.
one of the strongest combatants we've ever seen, but pure strength was no match
Just watching
for
it as a
Popeye's
kid,
insane
thinking just,
power,
oh, it's funny, it's
survivability,
awesome.
and plain old
But
cartoon
comparing it now to all the knowledge I have of
You thought
superheroes
nothing
and
could
super
match
beings
the
and all
One
these
Punch
anime
Man.
characters,
Now you know.
the things Popeye can do is so
Spinach
cool.
can.
Man.
The winner is Popeye.
Wow. I'll see y'all next time for the next death battle, man. Wow. Wow. Have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. That was awesome. Really cool. Really cool. Brought one of my characters I love back. Peace out, yo.